Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
So today we're looking at the Hackers Guild. This is a semi-prototype copy that was sent to me. It is, I think it can be purchased at Gamescrafter. I don't think anything you see today is finalized, although some of it may be. Let's talk about this game a little bit. So this is kind of the Blade Runner, Hackers Netrunner type thing where you are hackers fighting against the evil corporation. Aren't all corporations evil, right? They always have an old white man in the movies, and they're coming after you and doing nefarious things, right? And good thing these guys who can type and do whatever hackers do can set them in their place and destroy the entire company with their keyboard. So what you have here is a team of hackers playing against one player who's playing the corporation. And the hackers are going in and trying to upgrade their computer and trying to get tools that will help them. I have no idea why they didn't start hacking when they had the tools, but anyway, the other player who's playing the corporation is playing against him. And there is this thing where when you're trying to do objectives and hack, or you have a list of like 4 things you're trying to do, and you're going top down, and the corporation is going to bottom up, and whoever can accomplish it faster wins. There's a variant where you can do it at the same time if you want to. I tend to not like speed things, but you can mitigate your dice by getting rerolls and these tools that can help you manipulate them, and every time you roll, you lock them in. So think like a King of Tokyo or Yahtzee, but every round you have to lock 1 die. So maybe like Elder Sign. So you are locking them in, and then you have to keep rolling and trying to accomplish these objectives. And if you fail, there's a penalty, and if you win, you do it. So it's a worker placement game. You're going to be using your workers to activate 4 possible actions, and then dice rolling against someone. So not just getting the right number, but you would be rolling your dice against what they're rolling, will then accomplish whether you succeed or you fail. One interesting part about this game is that it's cooperative from the hacker's point of view, and you have money. Everybody doesn't have their own money. The money is communal, and you can spend it willy-nilly on your turn. You don't really have to ask permission from anybody. So it's kind of an interesting little facet to the game. This is not a fully cooperative. Like I said, you have the one person you're playing against, so that person needs to know how to do their turn. I don't feel like there's as much possibly going on. I'd much rather play as the hacker in this game, but there is enough there where you're going to have a lot of fun. It's really interesting because the game only lasts a certain amount of rounds. How much time and how many actions are you going to spend or waste trying to upgrade your hackers before you go in and hack? Because you're going to need a few tries at this, but the better stuff you have, theoretically, the better chance you have at succeeding. So that's that whole rub, push, and pull on this, I suppose. I like the Hackers Guild. It's a kind of a fun game. It's not the greatest game where it's going to blow my mind, but man, you can really get into this, and you can really have a lot of fun with your friends, especially if you got that one guy everybody kind of likes to gang up on. Make him or her be the corporation, and then kind of fight back that way. So Hackers Guild passes my test. It's going to be a keeper for me. I really, really enjoyed this one. I don't normally like one versus all, but sometimes they can be a lot of fun. I do like it in this game. The game plays, it's not tremendously long. I didn't find that the box time on it, I felt like it was a lot shorter game than that. Maybe we just play games a little bit quicker. So it was a little bit quicker than the box said. I'm looking forward to seeing this game in its final form. I can see what they're doing here, and it's really good. And I would highly recommend you give this one a try. The Hackers Guild. here's the box to Hackers Guild. I'm going to show you what the components look like inside. This is a Game Crafter version of it, so this is not going to be the finalized things, but it's always part of my review, so here I go. Got a kind of a neat little case inside of it. It's clear, but you can see things are sitting down. Let me show you. Now, these are real hard cardboard. You're going to have a picture of the dude. You're going to have the special power here, which will be some upgrades. These are the upgrade that you can do, and this is where this is like your laptop, so your computer RAM and your HDD drive. So, and you're going to have the Gambler, Trust Fund Baby, Charismatic Leader, and the Fortune Teller. So there are 5 of these. One more, Computer Geek. So there's 6 of these, and only maximum of 4 will ever be used in one game. And this one, you're going to have a collection of cards. Now, these are probably not going to be finalized. So you're going to have your operating systems. These are things that people each have to start the game out. It signifies what color you are also. You have some malware cards. Your network administrator. This card may play at the start of the round and adds an odd number to the third level of dice requirements. So these will help you break the rules a little bit. And then you're going to have targets. This will be what you're trying to do, the hacking that you'll do. And it's all dice rolling and manipulating dice and things that you have to accomplish. And then you have the objective hacks that you'll be trying to do to actually win the game. And then you have your tools, which will be like upgrades you can get. Right now, the cards don't have a tremendous amount of artwork on it. I'm sure that'll change later on. They do have kind of a neat look to them, but these are the cards. Right now, a lot of this stuff is just big wooden blocks, probably a little bigger than you want them to be, but reminds me of Robinson Crusoe a little bit. But you'll have a bunch of these cubes and things in different colors. You're going to have a number of chits. This represents your money, or credits, I guess, in this world. Pretty good quality. And they have some re-roll chits in here and things of that nature. Right now, the game comes with just regular 6-sided die. I'm sure these will be different, possibly in a finalized version, but this is what comes with it. You are going to get a rule book. Right now, there isn't a lot of useful pictures in here. There's a lot of terminology. And it's kind of bland. And then you're going to get this board. So you'll be using both of these boards to place your workers, or what represents workers and worker placement, to do things. So to purchase your tools, performing your rounds, errorless stat tracking will be done on this board. And that's the components. Rules to be very clear for the Hackers Guild. I wish we had a cheat sheet that had over the rounds of the possible actions that you do, but I found the rules to be very clear. They're not as long as they originally look in this book. There's a lot of examples in here that are really good. There's some pictures, and they really just left a lot of white empty space so you could clearly read it. I do appreciate that. I don't care if it's 20 pages, if it's organized well and I can read the rules and understand them very easily. I like that. I always struggle with hacker games. I don't understand the vernacular of it, like a Linux OS card, malware. I always feel like that's why I couldn't play Netrunner, because I didn't have anybody to play with, but the definitions was a block in my head. I didn't feel that way in this game, which was good. That some of that weird terminology or odd to me terminology is there, but I could easily pick it up because there wasn't a lot of it. But it's enough to make it thematic, which I enjoyed. Alright, I'm not going to teach you how to play the game. I just want to show you some things about it that I liked and kind of get you into the flow of the game. On your turn, there's 3 phases of the game: the guild actions, the network admin turn, and a cleanup. So what you're going to have is a 1 versus all. On your turn, you're going to be placing, for all intents and purposes, these workers to different areas to perform actions. So it plays like a worker placement game. The first action you can do is place it here on your sheet, and you can upgrade your computer, your hard drive, or your RAM. And these 3 things will be able to do different things. What the computer upgrade, what it will allow you to do is roll more dice when you want to. The RAM allows you to is the max tool. So you can have a level 1 if you're here, 2, 3, 4, or 5 tool. So the higher up that goes, theoretically, you have the ability to purchase better tools. The HDD is the number of tools that you can have. So this would be how good of a tool or the level of it, and the hard drive space will be how many you can have. And that's what those do. So you just place a worker there, and you will pay money to upgrade. The money's right here. So 800, 1,000, 1,200, or 1,500 to get the final 5th spot. Another thing you do is to purchase these tools. And there's going to be a number of tools that will be face up. And they let you do different things. So this one says, when installed, the tool enables the hacker to re-roll up to 3 dice once per attempt. This one, the DOS attack script, while installed, this tool enables the hacker to re-roll any dice, including previously locked dice, once per hack. So if you look here, you're going to see the level. So you would need your RAM up to this level. This is the cost to buy it. And you can have a number of these based on how much your hard drive, your HDD is up. So you would just go here if you wanted to buy a tool. And you can put as many of your workers, you have 4 per turn, so you can place as many of them there as you choose. There's a limited number of space for everybody. Everything in this game is cooperative. Okay, so those are the things that you can upgrade. The third possible action is attempting a hack. I'm going to come back to that. There's 2. Well, let me do it now. So there's 2 types of hacks you can have over here. It's where you would place your worker. Is a funding hack, and what you're trying to do is get more money with a funding hack. You will have these target cards that you will attempt to accomplish. So in this case, you will try to get through each of these. All applicable dice are less than 4. So you're trying to roll 3 dice. If all of your dice are less than 4, great. 3 of a kind, then 3 of a kind, and all applicable dice are even. Run of 3 and all applicable dice are less than 4. So you don't have to do all these all at the same time. You try to accomplish this one, they accomplish that one, that one, that one. You have 3 dice to do it in. And when you roll a dice, you lock one. So if you're rolling 2 dice, you would lock one, put one on the side, and you can re-roll the other. You can have re-roll tokens. There's a way you can mitigate it with tools, that kind of thing. The network administrator will be doing it from the bottom up. So the network administrator, the 1 versus the all, will be trying to accomplish this. And whoever accomplishes it first. And if you are able to accomplish it, then you would get the money listed on it. And that's how you do the funding. Now the other one is the objective hacks. And this is kind of how you win the game, if you will. So you're going to have these objectives that you're trying to accomplish. And if you successfully do a number of these based on the difficulty of the game, then you would win. So in this case, you would get 9 dice, a run of 5, and 4 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, a pair, and all applicable dice. All applicable dice are greater than 3, and a 5 of a kind, and 4 of a kind. So you have to do a number of these that will be set up, and the book tells you which ones to use based on difficulty, and this is what you are trying to accomplish. If you're able to successfully do that with your rerolls and your tools, and you do a number of those, that's how you're going to win the game. The 4th possible action is using your tools. When performing a die roll during the hacking of it, you can utilize any of your tools that you have. Someone split dice, flip them. The 4th thing is activating your special power. Everybody's going to have a special power. And this guy's the computer geek and any other hackers who are purchasing hacking tools this round receive a 50% discount on their tools. So what you would do would be you would take one of your workers and you would place it here, and that would utilize that power. Now, a lot of these are very different. So the traveling salesman and any other hackers using the upgrade computer action receive a 50% discount, etc., etc. Once during each hack attempt, the gambler may re-roll 1 die prior to locking the die for the current roll. 1 reroll for 1 hacker for 1 action. If you put 3 actions down here, 1 reroll for 3 different hackers. That can be pretty useful. Now the trust fund baby, she starts out with a little bit more notoriety, and I'll get to that in just a second. But you can activate those powers. What we're going to do is, as you hack, you're going to be getting this hacking cred. And what that's going to do is, if you get up to 10, basically, for all intents and purposes, you're going to get a bonus. So you want your hacking cred to increase. What you don't want to increase is your hacking notoriety. As your notoriety goes up, kind of like getting caught or getting well known, your computer won't work as well. So the system will kind of work against you. Now, the network admin, after all the actions are done, he will then work drawing 3 cards and taking 3 of his CAD points and utilizing those. And those will be ways for him to fight back, to do things. And you clean up, you play for a number of rounds until either the hackers are all arrested or 8 rounds have been completed, or the objectives are accomplished. And that's Hackers Guild. It's a worker placement, dice rolling, mitigating game with special powers. This game, I would say anybody who's into cooperative games like the one versus all, if you like the hackers theme, this is really cool. Blade Runner, Matrix, that kind of stuff. I think this could be a really fun game if you have that alpha player in your group, or some of you guys like to everybody kind of likes to beat up on in games, not in real life, in games. I think this is definitely something that could play to that. I think families can play this. You have 4 available actions, and they're pretty straightforward because all the actions help you get things that will help you mitigate the dice that will help you with the objective. So it's pretty straightforward. You know what you're doing. The objectives aren't necessarily easy, but the objective of the game is very easy to understand and comprehend. And all of your 3 other actions lead to this point, which is accomplishing the objectives and making it easier. And I really enjoy a game like that. So I would say 2 thumbs up for the Hackers Guild. Give this one a try if you can get your hands on it. If it's still on Kickstarter, go ahead. I would say go ahead and make a purchase of it. I think you'll be happy supporting this one.